The Constitution of the United States is our rule book for a country. How will we live? What will our government be like? This document goes into great detail about what American government will be like. All right, so when you think of government class, the class that you're in right now, everything that we talk about comes from the Constitution. When we talk about the president or the Congress or Supreme Court, this all is written in the Constitution. So, really, when I ask you questions like, hey, why do we have a president? Your answer should be, the Constitution says so. In fact, really, your one word answer would be Constitution. Let me give you some examples. Hey, why is there even a Congress? Answer, Constitution. Hey, how come a senator serves for 6 years? Answer, Constitution. Hey, how come the president is called Commander in Chief? Answer, Constitution. Hey, how come someone on the Supreme Court serves for their entire life? Answer, Constitution. The point is, everything that we talk about in terms of our government is laid out in the Constitution, including the amendments. So, when we dig a little deeper, we see that really the Constitution is broken up into articles. I think I've mentioned this before. But the first 3 articles are the big ones. Article 1, think of it as a chapter. Chapter 1 talks about the legislative branch or Congress. And it's really lengthy because there's a lot to cover. It sets up how the Congress is to be 2 houses and how you get elected, what each side does, what they do when you are in Congress, how long you're in Congress for. There's just a lot of stuff that needs to be included. So Article 1 tends to be a very long article. Article 2 is a little shorter, but it talks about the executive branch. So the idea that we have a president, well, that's found in Article 2. The idea that a president serves for 4 years, that's in Article 2. So all of the rules about the president fall in Article 2. Article 3, the third chapter, the third chunk, is all about our federal courts. So we call that the judicial branch. The Supreme Court and we have lots of federal courts across the country. That is part of Article 3. So the Constitution is where we get this information that we're going to be learning in this course. So another way of thinking of it, it's 3 branches, 3 separate and equal branches. And everything that we know about these branches comes from the Constitution. Now, the Founding Fathers, when they wrote this document, I think they were trying to create something unique, something the world had never seen before. They achieved creating a government that is super slow, and that's exactly what they wanted, because they had experienced a king and parliament that could do anything it wanted. So they were trying to create a system of government where not one branch is more powerful than the next, that they're all equal, and that some branches, all of the other 2 branches, have ways of stopping one branch if one branch tries to go too far. And we'll talk about checks and balances in this class. But they wanted to create a system where you couldn't have a president who just says, okay, off with his head, throw him in the dungeon, right? There are built into the Constitution ways that the other branches can stop a branch of government from going too far. And we often hear about how our government is slow. Well, that's exactly what the Founding Fathers wanted. They wanted our government to be slow and very deliberate, let people be a part of it. Because you know what's not slow? An absolute monarch that can just do whatever he or she wants. This system with 3 branches is designed to move slowly to involve citizen input, to make sure that no one branch is too powerful. And as a result, it gets kind of bogged down and we sometimes can be frustrated. But really, this idea of three co equal branches of government is what really makes America unique. Now, we always think about the greatness of, say, the Bill of Rights, all of these liberties that we have. But there are a lot of countries around the world that have Bill of Rights, but those countries have terrible government systems, and they don't even really honor the Bill of Rights. So it's really important to remember as we talk about these three branches that they're designed to be on the same level as each other. No one branch is supposed to be above the other. Today, though, living in the world we live in, it always seems as if the president seems to be kind of the one who has the most power. Well, it is true that the president is just one person, so that person has a lot of power, but the branch of government is no more powerful than the other two branches of government. So if we look at this slide, it reminds us that the Constitution says we're going to have a legislative, executive, and judicial branch. They're all going to be equal. It reminds us that the Congress is made up of the House of Representatives and the Senate. Wait, why do we even have a Senate? One word answer, the Constitution. Wait, why do we have a president? One word answer, Constitution. Why do we have a Supreme Court? Constitution. So this old, crusty founding document, the Constitution, is basically telling us this is the plan of government for the country. You're going to have three branches, each with separate functions, and each equal to the other. And it probably will be slow and messy, and it will take a while to get things done, but that's exactly what they wanted. Because an absolute monarch gets things done in a hurry. He can just say, build that road, build that wall, attack these people, throw them in the dungeon. That's not how our system works. Our system was supposed to be and was built on purpose to be slow because we had experience with monarchs and a history of being treated badly. So they built a system that is slow and sometimes frustrating, but I'm sure the founding fathers are smiling.